Because of the technical problems we're having, everybody has to use your headsets, okay? That's the only way you can proceed with hearing everybody that's online and in the chamber and so on. So I'm very sorry about that. Sing in the next couple of minutes.
Chair, Paul says he's got no audio feed. Do you see that?
Pnawn da. Good afternoon. Y cynghorydd Austin Roberts ydw i, a fi ydy cadeirydd y Pwyllgor Cynllunio. Ga i groesawu pawb i'r cyfarfod sy'n gyfarfod aml leoliad. Yn ogystal ag aelodau'r Pwyllgor, mae gennym hefyd swyddogion yn ymuno ni i gynorthwyo gyda'n trafodaethau, ynghyd â siaradwyr cofrestrig. Bydd y cyfarfod yn cael ei ffrydio'n fyw a'i recordio, a bydd ar gael i'w wylio ar ôl i'r cyfarfod dod i ben. Os bydd y ffrydio byw yn methu, bydd y cyfarfod yn parhau a bydd y recordiad ar gael trwy wefan y cyngor ar ôl i'r cyfarfod dod i ben. Ga i atgoffa aelodau bod cyfleusterau cyfieithu ar y pryd ar gael a bod angen i'r rhai sy'n mynychu o bell ddewis eu iaith. I'r rhai sydd yn y siambr sy'n dymuno siarad, codwch eich llaw. I'r rhai sy'n mynychu o bell, defnyddiwch y botwm codi llaw.
Sorry to interrupt, Chair. We're continuing to have slight issues. Members, can you not hear the translator? Members on Zoom, can you hear the translator?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, so please bear with me. Apologies.
Iawn, fedriwn ni eto. Dwi'n mynd i gychwyn o'r cychwyn. I'r rhai sydd yn y siambr sy'n dymuno siarad, codwch eich llaw. I'r rhai sy'n mynychu o bell, defnyddiwch y botwm codi llaw. Bydd siaradwyr yn y siambr ac o bell yn cael eu gwahodd i siarad bob yn ail. I'r rhai sy'n mynychu o bell, cofiwch nad oes modd i'r rhai yn y siambr ddefnyddio'r cyfleuster sgwrsio. Mae gofyn i aelodau'r Pwyllgor sy'n mynychu o bell adael eu camerâu ymlaen drwy gydol y trafodaethau a gwrthbleidleisio mwyn cynnal cywirdeb y broses gwneud penderfyniadau. Os ydych chi'n gorfod gadael y cyfarfod dros dro, rhowch neges yn y cyfleuster sgwrsio, fel bod y swyddog gwasanaethu democrataidd yn gwybod ac yna rhowch wybod i ni pan fyddwch chi yn ôl. Rwy'n disgwyl i bawb sy'n bresennol ac sy'n cymryd rhan yn y cyfarfod hwn i ymddwyn yn briodol a pharchu ei gilydd. Mae hyn yn berthnasol i aelodau, swyddogion ac unrhyw un sydd yn yr oriel gyhoeddus. O'n i'n symud ymlaen at rhaglen y dydd. Eitem gynta, ymddeheiriadau am absenoldeb. Do we have apologies?
We do, Chair. Councillors David Carr, Dave Jones, Kay Redhead and Trevor Stott.
Eitem 2, datgan cysylltiad cod ymddygiad Llywodraeth leol. Any declarations?
I believe Councillor Nia
Councillor Nia?
and Councillor Andrew Wood.
Right. Cynghorydd Nia?
Ie, dwi'n datgan diddordeb yn dwi'n yn siŵr o rhif yr eitem, mae'n anffodus dim o'mlaen ni, ond ar gyfer 23 Stryd yr Orsaf, Station Road, Llanrwst. Byddai'n gadael y cyfarfod jyst ar gyfer yr eitem yna.
Iawn, diolch yn fawr. Councillor Alan Hunter.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I'll declare a prejudicial interest in 8E, which is 0/51993. The applicant is deemed to be a close personal associate, so I will leave the meeting at that one. Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr. Councillor Andrew Wood.
Thanks, Chair. I'm going to leave for the last one again. I'm the applicant in this cycle track application. You can bring me back in afterwards, that'll be good. Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr. Councillor Mandy Hawkins.
Thanks, Chair. I'm going to declare a personal interest in item 0/51437. It's the 85 Abbey Road. It's just a personal interest as I'm a ward member, but I've had no, talk or anything, regarding the application. I haven't spoke to anyone regarding it.
Okay, that's fine. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you.
Councillor Hawkins. Dwi'n gweld. Right, anybody in the chamber? Right, that leaves me. Mae gynna i ddatganiad ynglyn â cais 0/5146, y pod yn TD Llanbedr y Cennin. Dwi'n nabod, mi o'n i'n gymydog i ewythr i'r ceisiadydd, ond dydy o ddim yn rhagrithiol o gwbl. Felly mi fyddai yn cymryd rhan yn y cyfarfod. A dyna ni, fedrwn ni symud ymlaen. Materion brys. Urgent matters?
No
None?
urgent matters, Chair.
Okay, right, y cofnodion, eitem 4. Cymeradwyo a chofnodi'r cofnodion y cyfarfod diwethaf fel y cofnod cywir. Dwi'n am ddarllen nhw, be na i ydi alw bob tudalen. Felly, tudalen 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 15. Os na rywun yn cynnig bod nhw yn gywir, ysgolch yna, y cynghorydd Joe Nuttall, diolch yn fawr. Ac eilydd, cynghorydd Chris Cater, diolch yn fawr. Nwch chi ddangos yn y ffordd arferol. Iawn, mae hynny'n unfrydol. Diolch yn fawr. Reit, ymlaen â ni i'r eitema sydd gennym ni ger bron heddiw. A mae nifer eitema yn dod yn ei hôl ers cyfarfod dwytha. Reit, yn dechrau efo cais rhif 0/51155. Proposed direction of 1 number detached and 2 number semi-detached dwellings and means of access. 37 Cader Avenue, Kinmel Bay, Conwy. A'r swyddog sy'n delio efo hwn ydi Ceri.
Diolch, Cadeirydd. We've had a further response from NRW in response to the determination last month. NRW confirms its previous response in relation to flood risk. A representation has been received from a town council that considers that the record on the October meeting that there has been no known flooding in the locality and that TAN 15 is advisory are incorrect. The Town Councillor notes that the Tywyn floods in 1990 inundated this area, including Cader Lligwy and the schools. He also states that TAN 15 is largely based on historic flood risk and that the proposed revised TAN will provide an even more stringent test. Current coastal defence improvements do not remove flood risk. As a point of clarification, officers would like to note that TAN 15 is both advisory and provides policy, so it should be considered as policy rather than just as advice. I've got nothing further to add.
Diolch yn fawr, Mr Thomas. Right, mae hwn yn dod yn ôl oherwydd bod yr Pwyllgor wedi penderfynu mynd yn erbyn argymhelliad y swyddog yn y cyfarfod dwytha. Felly, gai ofyn, ydych chi wedi newid eich meddwl ac am fynd gyda argymhelliad y swyddog I wrthod, neu ydych chi am sticio efo'ch penderfyniad yn y cyfarfod dwytha ac I basio y cais yma? Anybody wants to speak? No. Has anybody got their hand up on screen? No. Well, somebody's got to make a proposal. Councillor Stephen Price.
Chair, I will make the proposal that we go against officers' recommendations as we did in the last meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have I got a seconder for that? Councillor Joan at all? Councillor Alan Hunter.
Okay, Chair, I was just going to make the proposal.
Okay, thank you. Right, we've got a proposer. Sorry? Seconded by Joe. No, proposed by Councillor Stephen Price, seconded by Joe. Right, can you give reasons why we should go against officers' recommendation, please?
I think considering the NRW advice and the TAN 15 advice, I feel that it's overcautious in relation to a flood risk. I think the flood risk is for the whole area, so that would say that nothing could ever be built in that area. So I think we're being overcautious with that. With the flood defences going up as well, I think it's prudent that we could go, or safe that we could go with the against the officers' recommendations.
Does anybody else want to come up with any more reasons? No? Okay then, are you happy with that? You sure? Yeah.
Do with something else to elaborate. I think it will be handy to elaborate on why the development is acceptable other than just on flood risk grounds.
Oh yes, you're right. Sorry?
Just to add TAN 14 into that with the coastal planning that's gone on, that's obviously reduced the flood risk, but don't have any new TAN.
Iawn, diolch yn fawr, Councillor Joe. Right, can I therefore ask you to show in the usual way?
Councillor Mandy, are you voting on this? Okay, please show clearly, members, so we can count. Thank you.
Iawn. Okay, that's been carried. Mae hwnna wedi basio. You've decided to go against officer's recommendation and to pass the application. Diolch yn fawr. Iawn, symud ymlaen. Yr un nesa ydy 0/51315. Conversion of existing building to residential and erection of extension to form 20 number 100% affordable dwellings and associated developments, including parking, landscaping, and so on, at Brooks Tarpaulins, Bangor Road, Penmaen Mawr. And this again is coming back as it was deferred in the last meeting, and the officer is James.
At the October meeting to allow the applicant additional time to address the highway and also the waste collection issues. I would like to draw the members' attention to page 34 of the agenda and report. Paragraph 2 is summarized what's happened since the October meeting. The application has been amended. Now, construction of turning heads has been included in the proposal, and the application form has been amended as well. So it now shows the development. It will affect the existing public right of way. Also, the ownership certificate has been amended as well, which indicated that the land where the turning head will be constructed is currently unknown, and application's plan has been amended as well. So we have additional red line area, which included the construction of the turning head itself, and it's also show the construction also shows in all the other plans as well, including the site plan. I think Julia also show it on the slides as well. You can see the additional red line area on the top of the site, and also other site plan which shows the construction of the turning head.
I suggest that you make a contribution of £10 to the chair of council's chosen charity. Okay, yeah, sorry.
No, it's
Continue,
okay.
please.
Yeah, thank you. So paragraph 3. See for the amendments, so for the sign lotus, local class as well, and also later. So the consultation period, it will expire on the 21st November, which is around next week. So so that there is something that the member has to be aware when considering the resolution, because it's likely that the officer will request a dedicated power so that we can assess and consider any additional consultation response that we might receive during the consultation period. And now I want to update the members about the addendum. We have a couple of items to update the members. First of all is to correct the errors in the report itself. That's paragraph 19 on page 51 of the report. The amount of open space commuted sum, it should be £9,343.78. That's the updated figures. And then the next paragraph, it explains how this figure has been amended and revised. This is based on the amount of on-site open space provision within the scheme, which is only include 90 square meters of neighborhood amenity space. That's why the community sum contribute has been revised and increased to that figures. We also received additional consultation response from the consultees. I've got North Wales Fire and Rescue Service. They don't have any observation. They will submit for the comment when the application reaches the building regulation stage. And also we received comment from Wales Water. Again, they just repeated the earlier consultation response saying that there is capacity to accept the foul flow of this housing development. we also received a comment from CCPC Housing Strategy, which they don't have an objection to the proposal. I think that's the addendum update, really. Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr, Mr Chan. Right then, members. Who's going to kick off? Councillor Chris Cater.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I presume that the officer's recommendation is still minded to refuse because of the design of the building. And I just want to say that I think that the retention of basically the former chapel building, in the report it says the building envelope remains largely unchanged. I think that's a very positive feature of this application, and I don't have any problem with the extension. We went on site before the last meeting in October, and the plans were explained to us very thoroughly, and I didn't have any problems with the design. So as the turning circle and the access at the north side of the property has been sorted out, I would like to propose that we grant planning permission. I also welcome the extensive soft landscaping and the fact that the trees there, because when we were on site, it was very noticeable that a feature of that area was the mature trees, and I'm pleased that they're being retained and protected. So if we have a look at the amount of housing that we've got here, it's going to deliver 9 one-bedroom social rent units, 1 one-bedroom intermediate rent unit, 7 two-bedroom social rent units, and 3 bedroom intermediate rent units. We really need this accommodation, and I think that that is a big factor in granting planning permission for this development. So I'd like to propose that we unfortunately go against the officer's recommendation. And you know, Chair, I don't like doing that, but I think I'm happy with the design, so I don't think the design is a reason to refuse this planning permission. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Alan Hunter, and then I'll bring in Paula.
Thanks, Chair. At the last meeting, I think I either proposed or seconded that we deferred this because of the turning head. Chris has outlined it very well. And as the turning head is planned or in progress, it's still down to the officers to have a look at. But I'm happy to second Chris's proposal for this to go ahead.
Diolch, Alan. Paula.
Thanks, Chair. Yes, although officers do have concerns with the scale and massing of the building, I think Councillor Kate has explained quite well why he feels the application should be supported and why he feels the design's acceptable. But I'm also asking, if you are looking to approve the application, could you include provision to allow the officers to consider the application under delegation, because we've still got the consultation period outstanding, and also for the applicant to enter into a legal agreement to provide affordable housing and the financial contributions?
Yeah, we want the affordable housing set in stone, so we want the legal agreement, the appropriate legal agreement to give this accommodation in perpetuity. So I do agree with you, and also the delegation for the other matters that Paul has mentioned there. I'm happy to take that onto the proposal. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Thank you.
still second that under those
Alan
terms.
Hunter,
Yeah, I'm happy to
got your
second
hand
that
up?
under those terms. Yeah,
Are you happy with that?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, lovely. Right, members, dwi'm yn gweld dilo neb arall I fyny. I'd see no anybody else's hand. I've got a proposal from Councillor Chris Gater that we go against officers' recommendations for the reasons that he said, and it's been seconded by Councillor Alan Hunter. Can you show in the usual manner, please? Anyone against? Any abstentions? No. Well, that has been carried and that has been passed against officer's recommendation. Diolch yn fawr. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Just to remind you, I forgot, but I've been reminded. This obviously will now be coming back again next month to be end of the month. Oh, sorry, end of the month. We've got a special one at the end of the month. So it'll be coming back on the 28th, just in case you've changed your minds. I'm sure you won't have, but there we are. Okay, iawn, diolch yn fawr. I'll just give time for people in the back to go out. Iawn, ymlaen â ni. Y cais nesa, a mae hwn hefyd yn dod yn ei ôl, oherwydd bod chi wedi wneud penderfyniad yn erbyn argymhelliad y swyddog. Rhif 0/51/496, proposed pod and associated works for holiday use, TD for Cennin Cottage, Llanbedr y Cennin. And Paula is dealing with this one.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, the application has been advertised in the press as a departure from the policy, and the period for making representations closed on the 6th of November. I'd just like to sort of explain that the application, officers feel the application should be refused because the development does not comply with planning policy because a business plan was not provided with the application. So obviously that was something that was discussed at the last meeting. I would still stress the proposal isn't policy compliant, but that's something for members to consider. Thank you.
Diolch, Paula. Right, does anybody want to say something? Cynghorydd Chris Cater. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you, Chair. Well, I have supported this application, although I didn't propose and second that we went against officers' recommendation and grant permission. But I really feel that we're dealing with one pod in the countryside, and we again did a site visit, so I feel the committee has considered this application very thoroughly. We went on site, we saw the access, we saw the highways going to the site, we saw where it was going to be positioned. Those of us on the site visit, I felt really couldn't understand the big problem with it, but we realized that there should be a business case because it was a departure. So that was produced, and I'm not an expert on business cases, but it seemed to set out the reasons why this family needed this facility for diversification, farm diversification reasons. So consequently, I think I'm happy to propose again, and you know, Chair, that I don't do this lightly, that we go against officer's recommendation and reaffirm that we wish to grant this planning permission. Thank you.
Cynghorydd Joe.
Thanks, Chair. Just like to add to that, this would contribute to the sustainability of rural communities in accordance with TAM 6 and also the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act. I'm happy to second. Chris Cater.
Diolch yn fawr. Has anybody else got anything else to say? I'll turn it to Paula. Are you happy to accept those reasons?
Yes, I am, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Therefore, can I ask, we've got a proposal and a seconder that we go against officer's recommendation and grant permission. Can you show in the usual way, please? Yep. Okay. Anyone against? No. Any abstentions? No. They Therefore, I can announce that that has been carried and permission is granted against officer's recommendation. Diolch yn fawr. Right. Symud ymlaen to the next one. Da chi isio? Iawn. Amser I chi. Give them time to go out. Iawn, next one. Right, rhif 0/51716, refurbishment, internal renovations to existing wine shop and part retrospective application for the demolition of unsafe rear ground floor extension and proposed direction of ground floor extension and roof terrace to include solar panels with alterations to shop fronts and awnings at 23 Station Road, Llanrwst. Mae hwn eto yn dod yn ei ôl oherwydd bod chi fel Pwyllgor wedi penderfynu mynd yn erbyn argymhelliad y swyddog, and the officer dealing with this is James.
Sorry, Chair, we just need to remove councillor Nia for the
Okay.
time being.
Iawn. Nia?
Put you in the waiting room, Nia. Bear with me.
Yeah. Na fo, she's gone. I just hope we can beam her back later. Iawn.
Chair.
James, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. We have received a public representation from the Labour and Property since the last meeting. I just summarised the points raised in the representation. So the roof terrace, it looks out of place and unsightly on a building built in the 1830s. And the structure, although there's a height, it doesn't cause too much overshadowing impact. I think the Labour and probably they just want the members to ensure, or the local authority to ensure that if planning permission is granted, any privacy screen should be of sufficient height to, to safeguard the privacy in the neighbouring properties and the garden. The representation is also provide a couple of photographs as well. It's just from the Labour's perspective. Can Julia show it? Yeah, I think this first one is the appearance of the development from the Labour's kitchen windows on the ground floor, and then the next one would be the appearance of the development from the Labour's garden. And yeah, that's what the Labour's want to draw the members' attention to, and I'm going to finish the addendum here. Finish, Chair.
Iawn, members. Who's going to Cynghorydd Stephen Price?
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to propose that we go against the officer's recommendation and we allow this development to go ahead. And I'll base that on the proposal was in accordance with technical advice note 6. The proposal would protect the Welsh language and its sustainability and the future generations, and the proposal would also ensure the sustainability of local businesses within Llanrwst.
Thanks, Chair. I don't necessarily agree that it accords with TAN 6 because that relates to sustainable rural communities. This is a shop within a town centre, so I don't think it's necessary, but I agree the other 2 points are acceptable.
Diolch yn fawr. Councillor Andrew Wood.
Chair, I'm going to agree with this that we this application. Can I just ask, please, Chair? Can you ask? We're struggling a bit with listening to the audio. So as people speak, when Stephen just sort of leant back a bit, we couldn't. We struggled to hear him. So ask people to speak very close to the microphone. It's okay. Really low. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are you seconding Stephen's proposal?
Yes.
Okay, diolch yn fawr. Right, is there anybody else wants to say anything? No? Okay then, we've got a proposal from Councillor Stephen Price that we go against officers' recommendations for the reasons that he's just given. It's been seconded by Councillor Andrew Wood. Can you show in the usual way, please? Against? Abstentions? Diolch yn fawr. Right, that is carried. And it will be, oh no, it doesn't have to come back. That's okay. It's going to be a long day. Iawn, okay, diolch yn fawr. Moving on. Symud ymlaen at yr un nesa. 0/51898. Change of use, ground floor, 23 Marine Road, Pensan, former cafe to 2 apartments. And again, this application is returning to committee from the October meeting as the member resolution was contrary to the officer's recommendation. Pwyllgor Cynllunio hwn.
Diolch, Cadeirydd. Da ni wedi derbyn un sylw gan NRW sy'n cadarnhau ei sylw blaenorol ac yn cadarnhau nad ydy'r bwriad ddim yn codi materion sydd ddim yn fwy na lleol. Dyna i gyd sy'n gwneud i ddweud.
Everybody's gone quiet. So I take it you've changed your minds? So what happens when nobody wants to make a proposal? Do we go with officer's recommendation? Yeah. Oh, Councillor Joe.
Hi, I'd like to propose that we go along with our recommendation from last time, that we allow this to we go against officers' recommendations. And I think the TAN 15 is old. That area hasn't flooded. It's next to other properties, other residential properties on ground floors. So I don't think the argument for TAN 15 is a strong one.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would just come in to say there is an updated TAN 15. It's still in draft form, but it does still show that area at risk of flooding. So I just want to bring that to your attention. I think we probably need some more reasons
Okay.
to why the development's acceptable.
Councillor Andrew Wood, maybe you can help us out. You're on mute.
That's because the officer keeps putting me on mute all the time. I'd just like to support it and second the application. I remember Councillor Hunter talking about this before. It is in a flood risk area, but in the Towing floods, this particular area is quite high. It didn't flood, actually. All the surrounding properties, obviously a lot of ground floor flats there. I'd have to be guided by somebody else, give me some more advice on a technical advice notice, but I will second the sanction. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd just like to note also that we've just given planning permission for some social housing, which is near Belgrano, which is basically the same area. So why there should be an objection from NRW for this particular single property is beyond me.
Yes, I think that was against officer's recommendation as well, I think. All right. Kerry, City Bell.
Yeah, I'd just like to raise 2 particular factual points that distinguish this site from the Interleisure site. Firstly, the Interleisure site already had an extant permission for a higher number of dwellings. And secondly, it is proposed to raise the ground levels on the Interleisure site, whereas this is a change of use of a property where the ground levels is fixed, so there's no possibility of providing mitigation by raising the ground levels.
Diolch yn fawr, Kerry. Councillor Chris Gater.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. And we have approved a couple of conversions in Llandudno. I can think of one in Craigydon on Moston Avenue that we did go against officer's recommendation for that. because of the housing need in that area and the use of the building and everything. And that was in a flood risk area, but we felt that the defence, the defence was being improved all the time due to the Crump initiatives and the coastal defence works in Llandudno. So we did approve that, and that I don't think was called in by the Welsh Government. They accepted that the committee had thought about it and debated it and balanced the policies out and decided that it should be given planning permission, and that was acceptable. So I'm inclined to think it would be the same in this case. So I'm going to tentatively support fellow committee members.
Are you suggesting that one of the reasons why we should pass this proposal is because of housing need?
Yes, I would say the same reasons. I mean, I know each application is determined on its own merits, but the Cragidon one looked very similar to me. And as I say, we did that on housing grounds. We went against officers' advice on the flooding concerns. So yes, I would think that would be a reason, Chair.
Thank you. So I'll turn to Paula. Would you be happy with the reasons given?
Yes, I am, Chair. Thank you.
Anybody else want to speak? No? Okay, then. We've got a proposal by Councillor Stephen Price, seconded by Councillor Chris Gater. By Andrew Wood. And Andrew Wood, or was seconded by Andrew Wood before Councillor Chris Gater came in. It was proposed, it was proposed by Joe. I've got it completely wrong. And seconded by Andrew, yes. That we go against officer's recommendation and pass this proposal. Can you show in the usual hands, in the usual way? Sorry. Anybody against? Any abstentions? That is carried and passed. Moving on. That's all the ones that have come back. Right, 0/52049, display of mural unlisted building consent, the Hidden Chapel, York Place, Conwy. And the applicant is registered to speak. And Mr Thomas Jones, os fasa chi'n licio dod lawr, os gwelwch yn dda. A mae gennych chi 2 munud, you have 3 minutes.
Oh, I thought I had 30 minutes. Oh, hello.
Nes i'n nabo chdi.
Bryn Hound a Cynghorydd. Good afternoon, councillors. Thank you very much. I will keep it to the 30 minutes allotted time. Yeah. Okay. So I'm here to speak in favour, whether it's necessary or not, just to give you a bit of context about the project which involves this application. So it's actually a Conwy Council run project. My name is Thomas Jones. I'm a traditional sign writer and muralist. So I was one of the 2 artists who were successful in being awarded the tender last year to deliver this project for Conwy Council. And this is one of 5 key towns that will receive artwork. This is the only one requiring planning permission, a listed building planning consent. Let me just get out my notes quickly. So the funding for this project has come from Brilliant Basics from Welsh Government, and the intention is to celebrate the Welsh language, local stories, histories, and Welsh idioms, and also to pull footfall into areas of towns that may not often see it. So myself and my colleague Livy Wilmore, who is a digital artist, we're tasked with finding the 5 locations, which has actually been one of the hardest parts of this project so far. A key part of the project and the content of the murals was public engagement. So we ran a series of 15 workshops across the county. 5 were delivered by a poet that we commissioned to come up with new Welsh idioms. We also consulted with town councils, town teams, and had online workbooks that were completed by the public. So the engagement has been significant, and the response was extremely positive, and we were really pleased with what was contributed. So in regards to this application specifically, to call it a mural is not quite accurate really, because originally it would have been, we were proposing to paint it on the chapel itself, the blocked rear entrance. I'm told that you may not have seen images of the location and what is proposed, which is unfortunate. But let me give you confidence that it's going to be amazing. However, now, rather than painting directly to the blocked rendered rear entrance of the chapel, I'm proposing that I will create a panel that will be removable, so that could, if needed, can be moved elsewhere, and it's not permanent. So we're not actually asking for permission to adapt the building in any way. It will be adhered to it. 30 seconds. That went very quickly. I will be doing a homage to the town. The imagery based in the mural will be key images to do with the town's history, with some of the public engagement. The AR element will present the rest of the stories that were presented in the public consultation. There'll also be a homage to one of the greatest painters of our times, Rex Whistler. So I'm going to try and pull off one of his pieces he did in 2.5 years within 2.5 months.
Dyna ni, Thomas. Diolch yn fawr iawn ti, a neis iawn eich gweld chi unwaith eto yn y siambr yma. A mi ydyn ni'n gweld eich colled, fedra i ddweud hynny. We do see your loss. Iawn, okay. The officer dealing with this is Dave.
Thank you, Chair. The addendum, the Town Council have no objection, nor does Gwynedd Archaeology, and a letter of support is received from the owners of the Hidden Chapel. Just to remind members, the officers are supporting this. It is minded to grant conditional listed building consent, and we have already referred the application to CADU, and it will have to be referred to CADU if you resolve to approve it. And then they'll then, subject to whatever they say, we would issue the decision. Thank you, Chair.
Diolch yn fawr. Right, I shall open this. Right, mae gennym ni ddau law i fyny ar y sgrin. Cynghorydd Nia gynta, o Gwennol gynta, a wedyn Nia. Gwennol?
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Gadeirydd. Dwi'n hapus iawn i gefnogi y cais yma. Mae Tom yn meddwl bod ni ddim wedi gweld y llun, ond mi ydyn ni wedi weld o, a mae'n chwaethus iawn efo'r idiom newydd castell pawb ei dŷ. Felly mae castell pawb ei gartref ddylai fo fod, ond mae o yn Gymreigaidd iawn, ac dwi'n cefnogi hynny wrth gwrs, ac hapus i gefnogi. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Iawn, diolch yn fawr. Ti'n cynnig bod ni yn mynd gyda'r argymhelliad y swyddog?
Yn sicr.
Oce, diolch yn fawr. Nia.
Ia, dwi ar un farn yn union a Gwennol. Dwi'n meddwl bod yr dyluniad yn un arbennig. Dwi wedi bod yn gweithio efo rhan o tîm y dref Llanrwst sy'n gweithio ar brosiectau tebyg efo Thomas yn Llanrwst. Felly gwych, a dwi'n hapus i eilio cynnig Gwennol.
Diolch yn fawr. Anybody else? Cynghorydd Tristan. Sy'n ti rhywbeth newydd i ddeud?
Oes, mae gen i, dwi'n mynd i ailadrodd. Y stryd gefn yr hen gapel y Tabernacl yn stryd eitha tywyll, a chefn y capel yn rendering plaen, a dwi'n meddwl wneith o ychwanegu yn ddirfawr at y stryd ac at liw y stryd, a felly dwi'n meddwl bod o'n bwysig bod ni yn cefnogi'r cynllun yma. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr. Dwi'n gweld neb arall eisiau siarad. Dwi'n gweld mae gennym ni gynigydd. Cynnig bod ni'n mynd gyda'r argymhelliad gan y cynghorydd Gwennol Ellis, wedi wylio gan y cynghorydd Nia Owen. Fedrwch chi ddangos yn y ffordd arferol, os gwelwch dda, can you show in the usual way? Iawn. Anybody against? Of course not. Any abstentions? No. Pleased to say that that has been passed. Diolch yn fawr. A bob lwc, Thomas, gyda'r gwaith. Right, symud ymlaen i'r cais nesa. A hwnnw ydy 0/51388. Waste transfer sites with associated depot buildings, outbuildings and cabin offices at plot 1, Ffordd Milgwyn, Cyffordd Llandudno. A mae'r cynghorydd Gronw Edwards, yr aelod cabinet dros ERF, lawr i siarad. Hoffwch chi ddod ymlaen, sgwylwch dda? Cynghorydd Edwards. Ac ai jyst atgoffa chi, mae gennych chi 3 munud a 3 munud yn unig i siarad. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch, Cadeirydd. Thank you. Thank you, members. I'm speaking on behalf of the application in the absence of Councillor Jeff Stewart, who is hospital appointment this afternoon. The key infrastructure project is necessary for the regional waste transfer project and the processing of non-recyclable waste at Park Adfer Energy from waste at the plant in Deeside. Waste from Conway's refuse collection rounds will be delivered here and then bulked and transported to Deeside. The site goes part way to meeting Conway's future requirement for waste infrastructure and maintain our performance as one of the highest site recycling counties in the whole of Wales. The site will be modern in design to all the latest environmental standards. From the outside, will look like a large industrial building similar to the others on the Tremal Industrial Estate. Construction of the waste transfer station at this central location, close to the A55 and A470 junction, will reduce fuel costs and carbon emissions from refuge collection vehicles and maintain efficiency and minimise travel time for street cleaning, parks and highway vehicles. The transport assessment shows that the traffic impact of the development will be minimal and falls below the threshold for a detailed traffic assessment. Even without taking into account the previous use of the site and that the majority of the site traffic in terms of council vehicles will be outside peak hours, as it will be early departures in the morning and late in the afternoon coming back. The environmental risk assessment shows that the proposal site will not have any adverse environmental impacts on the surrounding area. The environmental permit will require the vast majority of waste transfer activities be carried out within the building. Separately, food collection food waste will not be bulked here under the proposal. I think there's a misconception by Conway Town Council that food waste would be here, but that is not the case. Site will replace the existing MRF site at Bron and Ant Road, which will be closed. Existing MRF staff and plants will be managed and operated from the new site. There is a positive impact on Bron and Ant and Dinath Road and the crematorium and cemetery by relocating the MRF, where all the activities are now currently in the open air. The new purpose of the building is modern, with all the works happening within the enclosed building, which will be helping Conway to maintain its very lead role as recycling in the whole of Wales. Thank you.
Diolch yn fawr, Cynghorydd Gronwy. Iawn, swyddog sydd yn delio efo hwn di Robin o Gyngor Sir Gwynedd.
Sorry, I'm in the addendum.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Chair. In terms of the addendum, there's an update in terms of the highway response. We've had the response quite recently on amended information that was submitted on the application. The highway officer says that there's a requirement for footway access to the site, and this will allow non-motorised access to the development and local amenities without the requirement of employees to drive. The Highway Authority therefore requires footway provision and a dropped crossing place without tactiles to be provided in the vicinity of the building access to allow pedestrian connectivity. And this will also require Section 278 agreement with the Highway Authority. A second point, Highways are saying they do not support the design of the maintenance bay within the proposed turning head, and that if the bay is occupied, then the function of the turning head is no longer achieved. They also say that there needs to be a traffic regulation order to restrict waiting at any time introduced to protect the availability of the turning head. That falls outside the planning process. The Highway Authority note that the fencing has been amended to a design that gives increased visibility to citizens, both utilising the access and adopted highway. The last point is they confirm they want confirmation of the waste collection requirements to consider further. So just in response to that, the Highway Authority is requesting the omission of the parking space that's next to the substation that's in the turning head, because it interferes with the turning head. That's a matter which officers feel can be addressed by planning condition to say that there won't be any parking in the turning head. And they're also requesting the provision of a section of pedestrian footway from the site to connect to the existing footway. And there appears to be sufficient space on the existing highway land to provide this section of footway in the existing verge and remove the existing concrete blocks. So officers consider that this aspect can also be controlled by a planning condition. And the recommendation is minded to grant conditional planning permission. We do have an officer from the Minerals and Waste Planning team who can answer any questions you've got on the planning application. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Dave. Diolch yn fawr. Members? Cynghorydd Chris Cater.
Thank you again, Chair. Well, Councillor Gonway has very eloquently put out the positives about this for the authority and for recycling and so on. I think, in my mind, the two potential problems with it would be the residential amenity and the noise situation. But I noticed that the noise impact assessment has been submitted in support of the application.
Chris, I'm struggling to hear you.
Hasn't flagged up any.
Struggling to hear on Zoom, sorry.
Okay. I'll speak closer.
Better.
Better?
Yeah, thank you.
So the noise impact assessment has been submitted, and basically there's not much flagged up there, as long as there is a noise management plan. So it says that the proposal will not adversely impact on surrounding residential properties, and these residential properties are on Roosevelt Terrace, which I know quite well, which is well over 100 metres to the north. And I don't know if members have been down there, but there is a lot of screening. There's a lot of vegetation down there, and similarly, there is a lot of screening before you get to the terraced houses at Riverview Terrace and the caravans at Glanmorva. So I don't have any concerns with this. I think the screening's very good. It's already a brownfield site. It's been used for similar purposes and things. It's in an industrial park, so I'd be happy to support the officers in their recommendation to approve this application. Thank you, Chair.
Diolch yn fawr, Cynghorydd Cater. Do I have a seconder? Cynghorydd Stephen Price. Anybody else want to speak on this? Councillor Wood.
Thanks, Chair. Most people would know that I've been closely involved with the waste transfer station since 2021. I just feel that it's, bearing in mind it is a brownfield site, it is totally unsuitable to be next to the business centre, the cinema, food outlets, and so on and so forth. We do have a suitable site, which I keep telling everybody about in Abergele. which is 10 hectares of space at Go for Tip, which we could develop, but what belongs to us. The main issue for me, and anybody who's been down there and seen it, not just the noise and the traffic, so on and so forth, and I'll ask Paul to come in at this point if he can, Chair, is the road, it does not seem to be suitable. If you need to put a footway there and a provision, that road's totally unsuitable for 38-ton HGVs as it is. It's virtually a single track road. There's going to be multiple amounts of use of that road up to a T-junction through what are premier sort of premier businesses. And I do worry about the actual the actual space and the ability for vehicles to conduct themselves to the estate and back. Don't forget, this is virtually an empty estate, so you're talking vehicles on just one plot. If you start moving everything and the other stuff that's in on the other plots, which are you're going to have to factor those. So yeah, waste collection. The other thing, it just slightly things, but it's not a planning consideration. And I would like Paul to come back on this traffic, but if Cromwell can come in on this, this application needs Welsh funding to carry it on. I'm not aware that Welsh funding have given us a grant for approval to carry this on. So I'd just like to know about that. It's not, as I say, planning consideration. So if Paul can come back to me, please, and Cromwell.
We've got no problem with you speaking to Paul, but I've been advised by our legal advisor that it is unnecessary to ask Gronwy to answer your question, okay? So, yeah, Rachel?
Diolch, Cadeirydd. Yeah, just to advise members that funding is not a material planning consideration, and it's not permitted for Councillor Gronwy to come back in and form part of these negotiations. Diolch.
Okay, however, if
gonna...
Paul would like to come in and answer Councillor Wood's concerns.
Hi, good afternoon, Cabinet. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
We requested the traffic information and information on the frequency of servicing, the types of vehicle that would be servicing, and the times of day of operation. We have looked at that closely and we are satisfied that it will not have an adverse impact on the highway network. Everything should be within capacity. We've asked, as you've seen, for swept path analysis drawings. They evidence that the site can be accessed and not. With regards to the position of the site, that's purely for the planning committee to decide. But from a highways perspective, we are pleased that it has close connections to the A55 and that the types of vehicles will not be going through town centres and residential areas. That was a big plus for us. I hope that answers all the questions.
Andrew, do you want to come back briefly?
Yes, very briefly. I'll just say thank you to Paul for that. But does the highway analysis take into account the rest of the plots when they're occupied as well?
Paul?
Yes. We've looked at everything from traffic movements in peak time to off-peak times.
Okay, thank you.
I will reassure the committee that the information provided falls within the government's guidance targets.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. No, okay then. I've got a proposer from, no, I think it was Councillor Chris Cater, seconded by Stephen Price, that we go with officer's recommendation. Can you show in the usual way? Ysgolch yn dda. Avina? No. Those against? One. Yeah. Abstentions? Yeah. Okay. Iawn. That has been passed as per officer's recommendation. Diolch yn fawr. Right, yr un nesa ydy 0/51437, demolition of existing garages and erection of detached dormer bungalow, 85 Abbey Road, Llandudno. This application was subject to a site visit by members yesterday, and the applicant, Mr. Simon Bentley, is registered to speak in favour of the application. If you'd like to come down to the podium, Mr. Bentley. And I can advise you, you have 3 minutes to speak.
Okay, pnawn da. Good afternoon, everybody. Am I ready to go? Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, amenity. Excuse me. So I wish to draw the committee's attention to other developments on the opposite side of Abbey Lane, specifically Gogath Cottage, a large 2-storey detached house with pitched roof that sits opposite the proposed development and is considerably larger and higher. Before submitting this application, I went for pre-planning advice from Common Council. Now, I initially proposed the development of a 3-storey block of apartments on the same site. In respect of the visual amenity, the written response I received was, I quote, "Given the separation distances from the site to the nearby dwellings, no significant amenity concerns are raised at this stage. The distance to the residential properties facing the front of elevation of the proposed apartments are sufficient to avoid loss of privacy for nearby occupiers." On reflection, I personally felt that that was overdevelopment, so decided to scale it back to a bungalow. Flood risk assessment. It's accepted that the ground level site could be vulnerable. Now, to mitigate, finished flooring level will be raised, to a much higher level. Solid floors are proposed. Electric wiring and sockets will be raised as high as possible. Removable flood barriers will be installed to all external doors. And there's also a precedent set within the area. So there is a development by the railway station at the moment that is being erected currently, that also sits within the floodplain. This particular site where we are is right on the edge of the floodplain. Highways issues. Now, the garages are let on separate leases, meaning that the flats do not have a right to park to the rear of the flats within their flat lease. Due to the town centre location of the site, many of the occupiers don't drive vehicles. Current planning policy supports non-motorised travel. I'd initially put the application in with no parking provision due to the town centre location and ample public transportation services and shopping facilities in Llandudno. However, following conversations with planning, an amended plan was put forward detailing a parking space that meets the requirements in dimension sizes. So I wanted to make that clear. Now, Llandudno Town Council had previously recommended refusal on the grounds of concerns around access to the site, refuse vehicles, lack of parking. This was an objection made prior to an amended plan being submitted that deals with both these issues. As I've said, we're providing parking and also pedestrian access from Abbey Road, and also bins and refuse would be collected from Abbey Road as well. So there's, okay, no props. And also I'm a local landlord. Every time I rent a property, I have numerous inquiries. The volume is massive, and I can't, obviously I can't rent to all those people. So we've got a significant need within the location. And the loss of daylight issue that's been raised, I think this has been dealt with by Dave as of yesterday's meeting planning. I think that can be dismissed. I don't know whether Dave's agreeing with that particular thing shouldn't be discussed because it's already been dealt with, I believe. That's it from me.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for listening.
That's it, just in time, yeah.
Yeah.
Over to you, Dave.
Thank you, Chair. In terms of the addendum, Highways have advised that Abbey Lane, the lane at the rear of the rear of the site, is an adopted highway. Planning policy, they say that there are some issues with the viability information submitted in terms of the building cost for insurance purposes. It's higher, slightly different to a new build construction cost. They also say a new build property would be expected to fetch a premium above second-hand sales. However, limiting factor here is the location, the site being accessed down an alley and to the rear of the neighbouring property will suppress the sales value significantly. Viability for a single dwelling previously developed land sites can be quite challenging generally. So with market value limited in this way, the site is not considered to be viable for affordable housing or other obligations in this instance. In terms of the members were looking on site at the relationship of the building to the existing building, and from measurements taken on site, officers consider that the existing and the proposed site plans are not completely accurate, and they seem to show the incorrect position of the rear wall of the existing building, 85 Abbey Road. However, the plans do appear to show the correct separation distance between the dwelling and the rear bay window of 85 Abbey Road. Officers have measured the centre of the ground floor bay window is approximately 3.4 metres above ground level, and the roof ridge line of the proposed dwelling would be approximately 22 degrees above the horizontal line from the centre of the bay window. So on this basis, officers consider that the dwelling is unlikely to have a significant daylight or sunlight impact on the ground floor windows of 85 Abbey Road, and it would satisfy the guidance in the Good Practice Guide. Thank you, Chair.
Diolch yn fawr, David. Right. Anybody want to speak? Councillor Chris Cater.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to ask Mr. Watson, well, the recommendation is still to refuse planning permission, which is presumably based on the TAN 15 and the flooding concerns, but is it also, are officers also unhappy about the relationship to the existing building, even though you've gone through the light assessment? It doesn't seem to be a problem with the blockage of light to the ground floor and first floor. No, it would be just the ground floor of the Abbey Road main dwelling. Are officers concerned about that relationship between the proposed bungalow and dormer bungalow and the existing building, or is it just on flooding grounds that you're recommending refusal?
Thank you for the question. There are still three refusal aspects, three refusal reasons. TAN 15, as you mentioned, that obviously hasn't changed. The site is within the C1 defended flood zone, as is large parts of Llandudno. So that hasn't changed. That's the same as in the report. The proximity to the existing building, it's more the remaining. Sorry, there was an issue about daylight and sunlight assessment, and that now has been covered and addressed, and no longer a serious concern. But there is still the issue about proximity in terms of the suitability of the site for a backland development and its relationship to the surrounding properties and the character of the area, and having a separate dwelling on a plot of that size in that location. So the context of the site really, and that's a visual and character impact, officer would say. The other point that's outstanding is the third point is that the highway matters and the lack of parking really for the development and for the remaining flats, and also issues to do with the suitability of the access to the parking space, and those matters are also in the report as it is. Thanks.
Can I come back there on that? Yes, I apologies, I didn't go on the site visit yesterday, but I did have time this morning to walk around the area, and I must admit I have big problems with that site, having this residential building put on it, with the alleyway and the highways access and the nature of the area. I don't know what other councillors who went on the official site visit yesterday feel, but I'm inclined that we should go with the officer's recommendation to refuse this application.
Thank you. Councillor Stephen Price and then Councillor Joe.
Thank you, Chair. I note that the applicant has stated today that bin access will be through the front on Abbey Road, but I also have concerns about the rear entrances to that particular property. That alleyway is quite narrow. And when it comes to the bins, it may be discriminatory against somebody who has a disability because they will not be able to get up the steps that leads up to Abbey Road. Being able to take a bin up those steps if you're a disabled person is going to be near or impossible. The only other way to do it is to go through along the alleyway and then all the way around to take the bin. So the potential for the Common County Council ERF to remove the waste is going to be challenging if it has to be done through the rear entrance. There's very little in the way of street lighting on that back alley, which again could pose a risk for anybody who has a disability or not a disability. The access to it for vehicles again is very narrow. Anybody that's going to be using a wheelchair, if a car is approaching, is not going to be able to get past that car. So I would like to second Councillor Chris Cater's proposal that we go with officers' recommendations on this.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Joe.
Yeah, I too was going to second. It's overdeveloped down there. There's not much room, limited parking, and yeah, the reasons are. I don't think it's safe down there. Thank you.
Okay, diolch yn fawr. Anybody else? No. Okay, then I've got a proposal by Councillor Chris Cater that we go with officer's recommendation to refuse this application, seconded by Councillor Stephen Price. Can you show in the usual way? Any against? No. Any abstentions? Monday. Yeah, okay. That has been passed as per recommendation to refuse permission. Diolch yn fawr. Right, moving on. The cais nesa is 0/51865, change of use to concessions, kiosk, land adjacent, Morfa Conwy, car park, Beach Road, Conwy. And Dave, this is yours.
Thank you, Chair. The only update in the addendum of the ecologist has no objections to the proposal, but requests a condition requiring biodiversity enhancement measures to be provided. Thank you, Chair.
Diolch yn fawr, Dave. Councillor Stephen Price.
I appreciate this is not a planning consideration, but that access to that particular road is height restricted. So I'm just wondering how you've overcome that. But I'd like to go with officers' recommendations that we give planning permission.
Yeah. Anybody else? A seconder? Cynghorydd Nia.
Ie, dwi'n hapus I eilio cynnig cynghorydd Stephen I fynd efo'r argymelliad. Diolch yn fawr.
Dwi'n clywed yn byd ar hwn. Okay, diolch yn fawr, Nia. There we are. We've got. Do you want to come back to what Councillor Stephen? No. Okay, there we are, Stephen.
I ask why.
Because he hasn't got an answer.
I haven't been to this.
Oh, you haven't been to this.
I haven't been to the site, but I think there's a height restriction to restrict this to prevent tall vehicles from going down that road towards the beach, I guess, towards the car park. So
yeah.
I don't really think it has all that much relevance to the actual proposal.
Yeah. Apart from deliveries, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're still going to go, yeah. So we've got a proposal by Councillor Stephen Price that we go with officer's recommendation, seconded. Wedi eilio gen y cynghorydd Nia Owen. Fedrwch chi ddangos yn y ffordd arferol, sgwylch chi dda, can you show in the usual way? Unanimous, I'd say. Against? Abstentions? Na, mae hwnna'n unfrydol, and that has been passed as per officer's recommendation. Right, yr un ola heddiw. Lastly today. Oh, Andrew, if you could leave, and then if you could, yeah, if you could just go into the waiting room, Andrew, and then we'll get you back in later. Yeah, is he gone? Reit, oce, diolch yn fawr. Y cais nesa ydy 0/51993, construction of 2 cycle tarmac pump tracks with undulating hills, 2 tracked areas serving different age groups, associated drainage, landscaping and low-level boundary enclosure, land surrounding the stone circles in Pentramawr Park, Abergele, a Cerry sy'n delio efo hwn.
Diolch Cadeirydd, does na ddim byd i adrodd.
Cynghorydd Nia.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Gadeirydd. Ie, mae cael adnodda a gweithgareddau i bobl ifanc i ymwneud â nhw yn enwedig gweithgareddau fel un sy'n hybu iechyd a lles yn hynod bwysig yn enwedig y dyddiau yma pan mae yna gymaint o gwyno am blant a bobl ifanc yn ymddwyn yn wrth gymdeithasol ag ati. Biti na fyswn ni'n gallu cael rhywbeth debyg yn fy ward i. Felly, dwi'n fwy na hapus i fynd efo argymelliad y swyddog i basio yr cais yma. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch yn fawr, Cynghorydd Nia. Councillor Mandy Hawkins.
Hi, Chair. I'm happy to second Nia's proposal. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you. Dyna ni, felly gyfeillion. Anybody else want to speak? No? Right, I've got a proposal by Councillor Nia that we go with recommendation, and it's seconded by Councillor Mandy Hawkins. A show in the usual manner, gwelwch dda. Dyna ni. Diolch yn fawr. Anybody against? No. Anybody abstaining? No. Dyna ni, felly. That has been passed as per officer recommendation. Reit, oce, diolch yn fawr. Dyna ni, da ni wedi dod i'r diwedd. Gai ddiolch i bawb am gymryd rhan. Gai diolch i'r aelodau'r Pwyllgor. Gai hefyd diolch i'r swyddogion, i y bos yn y pen yma, Jane, i Rachel, i Paula, i Kerry, i Dave, i Julia, i James yn y cefn, a Berwyn yn y cwt yn y fan acw. Diolch fawr iawn i chi am, ac hefyd i Paul Smith. Fi'n anghofio am Paul, cos dwi'n mynd i weld o. Gai ddiolch i chi gyd am eich cyfraniad heddiw. Diolch yn fawr iawn chi. A peidiwch yn mynd.